Well, it can't get any worse. Famous last words in a visual novel. Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of MugAndPlay. I am Nick, we're playing more Missing Time. Okay, let's see what we got. A loading screen, apparently. What a raucous way to start off the episode. We walked together to the storage room, chatting amiably about schoolwork. Considering what we were just discussing back in the classroom, the school's after-hour quietness is a bit eerie. There are other club activities, of course, but it's far from the normal buzzing I'm used to. Seems like Shizuyo feels the same and uses the nonsensical chat to distract ourselves. I'm a bit grateful that she agrees to go with me. Ember wasn't kidding, they really needed someone to sort out the mess in this room. I look over the pile of boxes on the floor, scratching my head. Not that the shelves are any better. Boxes, files, and even some cleaning products are jammed together, most dusty and cobweb infested. Worse, from what I can see, the majority of them don't have any kind of label on. Disorganized. Terrible. Don't care for it. Where do we even begin? Dunno, but I suggest we get to work. Alright, Ember said the box is labeled, so we should be able to know which one it is without having to open every box. Yeah, just skip all the ones without a label. Ah, now you just take away all the fun. It's like, alright, if you think endlessly looking through boxes is fun, then you look through them. I'm gonna play with these basketball hoops and hockey sticks. We step inside. Not only is it dusty, the light doesn't seem to work either. Great, guess we have to leave the door open. Well, it can't get any worse. Famous last words in a visual novel. We stand over the boxes on the floor, trying to look for labels or some identification of what we need. Shizuyo looks up and down the place, nose wrinkling. I'm never gonna get the dust off my hair. Maybe try putting it up in a ponytail? And Bob's and Doug over here giving fashion advice. Good idea, I do have a scrunchie. Oh, she pats around her shirt pockets. And it's probably in my bag. Yep, dusty hair it is. Oh, I thought we were gonna get a different character sprite for a second. I was like, oh, alright. We proceed to shuffle around the boxes on the ground, pushing the labeled ones to the side while skimming through the contents of unlabeled ones for good measure. So just looking through everything anyway. Alright. Well, I guess we're doing this school service. Ugh, free labor is a crime, you know. It's true, it is. We kinda signed up for it, but not for cleaning up. You know, there are a lot of more fun things you can do in such a dark, unsupervised room. What are you suggesting? Her teasing comment makes me inhale a lungful of dust. Coughing to her tickling laughter, I glare at Shizuyo through a veil of tears, like, you're so mean, you flirted with me and made me choke on dust. Meanwhile, she starts laughing really hard and then also inhaling dust, and now we're both just choking and dying. What the hell, Shizuyo? It's not my fault your mind goes straight to the gutter. Like, well, you put it there. Shaking my head, I turn away, using the excuse of looking through the boxes to hide my flaming cheeks. This girl really is a handful, isn't she? After another few minutes of shuffling around, it's the most definite that the item we're looking for is nowhere near reachable. Are you kidding me? So I got dirty for nothing? Deciding not to comment on her choice of words, I look for a means to climb up the higher shelves. We probably shouldn't be stupid and try climbing the shelves itself. They might toppled over. They might toppled over. That's why you should not scale the shelves. They might topple over. Maybe might they, yes. There's a ladder in a corner of the room, but upon inspection, all the hinges seem to be rusty and it seems to be unstable as a whole. We can use the ladder or boost her. Well, it just said that ladder doesn't look safe. I don't want to fall and die again. And just be like, why didn't you just boost me? So, at the risk of it turning into a wacky rom-com style moment, let's just give her a boost, because what's the worst that could happen? How about I give you a boost up? The ladder doesn't look safe at all. You have a point, sure. Besides, we gotta use the elements to our advantage, huh? Really? Ears burning at her giggles, I move to the highest shelves. How do you want to do this? I can let you step on my hands for a boost, or I can lean over and you can climb onto my back. I didn't realize there are several ways to step on you. I did not know it was that kind of game. Alright? Sure, it took me 5 episodes to realize it's that kind of game. It's not that kind of game. Well, let's find out. Sheesh, don't make this weird. Alright, I guess just give me a boost. Should be enough to look at the labels. Oh. Pardon me, ma'am. Mumbling about mischievous girls and stupid ideas, I go down on one knee, fingers lacing together for Shizuyo. She bounces for a bit of momentum before hopping into my waiting hands. Pushing her upward, I hear her laughter overhead. This is actually pretty fun. Hey, we're here for fun. Did you see anything? Yeah, I see basketballs and hockey sticks and basketball hoops and sporting equipment. I see lots of things designed for fun, Bobs and Dognut, you party pooper. Nope, need another boost. Alright. We move to a different shelf and repeat. Oh, found it. Okay, just hold the position for 1 sec. Eek! In her effort to reach the box, Shizuyo pitches forward, slipping out of my hands. Shouting, I stand, trying to grab onto her, but it's too late. Thrown off her balance, we both stumble into the jumble of boxes. We stumble into the jumble. We stumbled, which trips me over and pushes Shizuyo into the shelves. Everything comes crashing down around us. Excuse me. Ow! Shizuyo! There is a long gash on her leg, not deep enough to require stitching, but definitely bleeding. Looking around, there doesn't seem to be a first aid kit anywhere in here. Surprise! I think you have cleaned the wound. She's right. It's dusty as hell in here, and even without light, I know some has already settled on the blood. If not washed out, she might get an infection. Which, they're no joke. They suck. There's no water in here. Maybe lick it? I did not know it was that kind of game. Okay? Alright? Alright? I didn't know. I didn't know. Is it? I don't know. Let's find out. Lick the wound? No. I don't think that's sanitary. Sorry. Not happening. You can download the demo and you see what happens. It's on Kickstarter too. It's doing pretty well. I hope it gets funded. If it gets funded, I'll buy it and play the full version. Yeah, you're right. What was I thinking? I don't know. But this was a Yandere game. Standing up, I go to check the door. It opens easily, so it was probably the wind that slammed it behind us. Light poured into the room, and I noticed in our startled jumble, the box we were looking for had fallen on top of the mess. I guess at least that was convenient? I fetch it before helping Shizuyo up. Alright, let's get you patched up and get back to the classroom. We found what we were looking for. We injured a classmate. And we made a mess. Mission accomplished. I dump out the contents of the box on a desk. Everyone except for Ember crowds around the pile. A few files fall out, along with some odd trinkets, some wrinkled scraps of paper, and a USB stick. Ooh, mysterious. The files detail what we learned from last year, which ain't much more than what you guys found. The bits and baubles are spirit warding relics, apparently. They're useless. Oh. Ha! Knew it. This one is a triangular pebble. Ooh, and all these have holes. Both Ember and Emery stare at her. What? I just think it's neat. Shut up. As Shizuyo shifts through the trinkets, Chiharu picks up a piece of paper that slid out of the files. This is a list of last year's club members. She proceeds to read the names aloud. Haven't I heard those names before? Both Emery and Ember stare at her, and Chiharu seems to have grown a few shades paler. Shizuyo, however, seems to be in a world of her own as she flips through the remaining files. So, are the names on that list perhaps similar to the ones in Emery's notebook that she said were students that went missing or died? She must have linked the similarities, right? It's too glaringly obvious. Doesn't look like anyone else found anything more than us, other than wild theories, that is. Guess not. What theories? So far, there's a werewolf, a vampire, a pan, whatever that is. That's a Greek mythological creature, half man, half goat, loves music and pretty girls. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are half man, half goat, and love music and pretty girls. Who doesn't know somebody like that? Ew, no thanks. I look over Shizuyo's shoulder. Some members seem to link the deaths and disappearances with the wild animal attacks a few years prior. Yeah, but if it was a wild animal, their corpses would have been mangled, you know? The reports said the deaths were due to falling damage or neck wounds. Okay, well, they fell on a wild animal, maybe. You ever think of that? I just did. They changed the dates. It's possible they changed the causes, too. I'd hate to have to agree with my sister, but she might have a point there. They changed everything else, didn't they? Ember glares at Shizuyo, but apparently can't find a counter-argument. Emery, I read somewhere that your shrine performed a memorial service for the victims. Yes. Are there any special details? None. The ceremony was a communal service since most of the people didn't have family in town. Not a lot of people attended either. No casket, no picture, just their names on a plaque. That's so depressing. Why? Usually when you get a plaque with your name on it when you're alive, it's cause for celebration. You get one when you die? What, would you not earn it because everybody dies? Jeez. Get with the times, Chiharu. A monument was erected in their memories. Our shrine blessed the stone. I don't recall where they put it in town, however. That really doesn't help much. What if that monument that Chiharu climbed up and over in the earlier episode when we broke into the school, what if that was that monument? What about the bodies? They must have some forensic notes somewhere. I hope you don't plan to go grave digging. I didn't plan on it, but a Saturday night is a Saturday night. Everyone turns to give her a strange look. Forensic notes would be helpful. Are we going to break into a police station? It's like, it sounds like you're going to. Emery gave her a flat stare. I don't think there's anything else we can do today. At least now everyone's on the same page. Any questions? Just one. Yeah? Why did the music stop and suddenly change? Why didn't you tell us all the former members were victims? Oh, see? Hey. Why didn't you tell us all the former members were victims? I knew it. That's what I said earlier, that the victims were the former club members. But that would mean that Ember knew all those people, knew the names of the dead people, and why do you know so many dead people, Ember? Is that the case? Wait, what? Isn't it obvious? I need members for the club to stay open. If I've told you, you all would have left. Oh, she's like, I know all my old club members died. That's why I needed more club members, guys. Come on. That's twice now you have been dishonest. How do you expect to find the truth when you are a liar yourself? Oh. Oh, she's spilling the tea. How dare... Oh boy, this isn't going to end well. Rushing to stand between Ember and Emery, I hold up my palms. Just... Ember, we've followed along this far, and you know better than anyone else that the cases are nothing ordinary. I just put my hands down like, everybody chill. Get out of my way! We deserve to know, or we trust you. You know what? I'm just gonna say, we deserve to know as much information as everyone has available to them so we can solve the cases. We deserve to know. I don't have any blind loyalty to you yet, Ember, just because we shared lunch on the roof. Despite her snarling, I keep my voice leveled. Ember, as your club mates, we deserve to know. You too? Yeah, me too. Ember, please. As a leader, threatening others when questioned just makes you a dictator. Oh, shit. Of all the people, you have the least rights to say that to me. Oh, why? Tell me. Give me exposition and backstory. Ember, please. You're just escalating the situation. What do you know? You weren't there. You're new to this club. Then tell us. You're just making this harder. It's okay, Ember. I mean, there must be a reason, right? You can tell us, if you're comfortable, I mean. This isn't up for debate. It's like, we're not debating, we just want information. Emmy! Seeing that the tension is climbing, I take a deep breath and look straight into Ember's eyes. Her heterochromia eyes. Her eyes narrow as she's going to snap, but then Ember looks away, visibly willing her shoulders to relax, but her hands are still tightened up in fists. She's like, I am ready to throw hands while I tell this story. I just want to keep going, you know? It comes out barely above a whisper. If we weren't so highly focused on her, we would have missed it. We wait with bated breaths, watching as Ember shuffles uncomfortable on her feet. Kids that we hear were black sheeps, nobody cared about them, and when they got attention, well... Ember swallows thickly, keeping her head down. Chiharu's hands grow up to cover her mouth, tears welling up. Shizuyo looks downright horrified. I'm sure her expression mirrors mine. Oh geez, they all have, like, creeped out looks. If the club isn't gonna keep at it, nobody else would. Nobody would ever know or care. I'm sorry I didn't say anything sooner. It was stupid of me. I just didn't know how to approach it. Like, how do you even talk about something like that? Oh, by the way, all our previous members got involved personally with cases. They were the victims. Yeah, anyone would have turned around and walked away. That is true, I guess. Taking a deep breath, Ember squares her shoulders. Look, I understand if y'all want to quit. If you guys just give me some time to fill your spots, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, well, you know... Before she finishes her sentence, however, Shizuyo crosses the gap between them and throws her arms around Ember. Ember immediately stiffens, like she doesn't know how to react to it. Shizuyo squeezes, her voice muffled on Ember's shoulder. It's like, oh, she's like, I'm going to hug the problem away. It's okay, Ember, it's okay. I'll stay. Just promise me. No more secrets, okay? Tentatively, Ember brings her arms around Shizuyo too. It's the power of love. Alright. Letting out a half sob, half laugh, Chiharu dashes forward and joins the group hug. That leaves me and Emery. Honestly, I still feel a bit uncomfortable, but I can understand her reasons. She wants to keep investigating, because clearly authorities have given up on it. I love that they're all, like, giving each other a big group hug, like, oh, we're a happy family, and me and Emery just look over and it's just like, no. No. You either? No, me either. She can't do it solo because she would get figured out and be in danger. Under the guise of an occult club, which has nothing to do with the cases in name, Ember will at least have some wiggle room. But that doesn't guarantee our own safety, however. What weighs most heavily in my mind right now is how the cases are connected to the club, and if those people were harmed because they poked their noses where they shouldn't have. I glance at Emery, curious about her opinion. Her eyes have narrowed ever so slightly at the other girls, her arms crossed and her expression frozen in what I can only call as disdain. It doesn't surprise me. Emery hasn't been keen on staying from the start. She has more than enough reasons to leave now. I'm willing to bet my college savings that she only stays because of Shizuyo. Alright, that's enough. Chiharu and Shizuyo move away, wiping their eyes as Ember looks embarrassed as all hell. Twisting her hands together, she keeps her head down, hiding the flaming cheeks under her hair. Thanks, you guys. Aw, no problem, Ember. That's what friends do. You're so embarrassing. Yeah, well, you're so embarrassing, Yeah. Look at her all shy now. Shut up. Shaking her head, Ember finally looks up, particularly at me and Emery. What about you two? You guys gonna stay? In all honesty, I kinda want to leave, but one glass of Chiharu and whatever I could have possibly said was lost on the way out. I sigh, internally berating myself. I'll stay. But I have a question. Or, we're friends. We're not all friends. I mean, me and Chiharu are friends. But the rest of you, I don't know. We'll go with, but I have a question. I have a question, though, and you have to be truthful to me. Ember straightens up, nodding tensely. Take a deep breath. Do you think the previous members became victims because they were investigating? No, and I promise on my family's name I'm not saying this because of the club, because 2 of them got caught up in it before we even started focusing on the cases. Okay. Besides, if they were targeted because of the cases, I should have been the first to go, because I'm the most invested in the cases. Well, that makes sense. I don't believe her just on words alone, but it logically makes sense. If members of the club were targeted because they were meddling with the cases, they wouldn't have left Ember alone. Unless Ember's the one killing them. Think about it. You should think about it. In fact, I'm going to give you time to think about it until next time on MugAndPlay when we continue playing this game, because I'm really enjoying this and I want you to enjoy it, and I'm thinking we're going to get close to the end of the demo pretty soon. And again, once this game gets funded over on Kickstarter, we'll buy it, and once it's released, we'll play it. We'll play the full version. But thanks so much. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.